Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's a special one. I'm going to look at my top 10 most unpopular opinions that I have on movies and TV shows and that stuff. So, I've gathered 10 that not many people agree with me on, which is interesting to say. So these are the unpopular opinions. I can't even speak right now. So let me know in the comments, really, if you agree with my unpopular opinion or not. Well, I'm going to say there's going to be one here for everyone that they're not going to agree with. So let's get right into today's video. So make sure you give us a like, subscribe, and let's get into it. Number 10, Midsommar. Now, my take on Midsommar was, I absolutely fucking hate this film. I absolutely hate it. I thought it was just absolutely pure trash. I mean, felt to me, it was insulting my intelligence. I wasn't amused by it. I wasn't into it. Stupid character. I had a lot of problems with this film, but it is actually rated quite highly by majority of people. So, I, on the other hand, absolutely hate it. I do not like this movie at all, but a lot of people actually really like it. And yeah, it's very unpopular to say that it's not very good, because I know that there's a lot of people that actually really liked what the whole meaning and idea and stuff was behind it, how it was executed. That, for me, it insulted my intelligence. So, Midsommar is number 10 in my unpopular opinion. Number 9 is my take on Far From Home. Now, if you guys have been watching me, you know that I love Spider-Man Far From Home. But it is, to me, the second best MCU film and the second best Spider-Man film. And that is very unpopular, because I know Far From Home is a bit of a divisive film in the fandom. Some people love it, some people hate it. I personally think what they did with the Spider-Man character is fantastic. And they gave him his own arc, and they deconstructed him and reconstructed him. And this was the first time we saw Spider-Man be Spider-Man. And I think it's really, really good with the villain with Mysterio. I thoroughly enjoy this. But I know some people do not agree with my take that I pick it second in the MCU and I pick it second in all of Spider-Man films. I mean, it's unpopular and I get a lot of hate for it, but it is what it is. And number 9 is my take on Far From Home. Number 8, my takes on the Iron Man films. Now, everyone loves Iron Man. They absolutely love the guy. They love the character. They love the movies. To me, though, this is a very hot take and a very unpopular opinion. But in the bottom 5 MCU films, I have all 3 Iron Mans. That's right. I think Iron Man 2 is the worst film. I have Iron Man 3 at number 4 from the bottom. And I have the first Iron Man as number 5 from the bottom. To me, I've never been a massive fan of Iron Man. I've never been like, I can say his arc is great, but there's something about the films that I don't want to rewatch. If I'm thinking about an MCU film and I'm going to watch an MCU film, Iron Man's probably the last one I'm going to pick. I mean, I picked Captain Marvel before I picked the first Iron Man to rewatch. I mean, there's just something about Iron Man that I just don't really like. And I just think these movies, well, 2 is definitely not very good. 3, there's some questionable decisions in it, and I didn't really like what they did with it. But yes, I will give you Iron Man's arc is great in that film. The first Iron Man, why I like it, I don't know. I just don't think it's as good as the other ones. My opinion, and it's unpopular. But my take on Iron Man. The Iron Man movies. It's got to be in here. Number 7 is my take on the first Avengers film. Most people that I've seen have this in their top tiers of the MCU films. And nevertheless, some of them have the best in the top 10 of the best comic book films ever made. Some have it at number 1. For me, I think it's actually the weakest Avengers film. Unpopular opinion, you would say? I actually don't even have the Avengers in the top 10 MCU films. Why I appreciate what it did at the time and why I appreciate how good it is, I just think there are better movies in the MCU. I just think there was just something missing. I mean, I think there was maybe too much fodder throughout the movie, and I think maybe there's certain elements in this that I just didn't really like take to. Like, I thought Thor was kind of like a bit, how do you say this, was a bit powered down in this film, so to speak, in my opinion. I mean, it's Thor. The only good thing is really Hulk was, we got to see the real Hulk, but I mean, unpopular opinion, my take on the first Avengers. Number 6, Harry Potter, The Prisoner of Azkaban is the worst Harry Potter film in the franchise. That's right, you heard it there. To me, Harry Potter 3, The Prisoner of Azkaban is the worst Harry Potter film in the franchise. Now, I know people love this film. Some people, my wife has this as her favourite. I know people have this in their top 3. To me, it is the most boring, dull, shitty storyline in all of the Harry Potter films. I mean, I would rather watch 1 and 2 before I watch this one again. I was so fucking bored watching Harry Potter 3. I was. And the whole time travel stuff, I mean, it made me question, like, why didn't they do that in the rest of the series? Why didn't they save whatever is Robert Pattinson's character in the next one? Why didn't they use that more often? The time travel stuff it caused more questions for me than answers, and I was kind of like, well, so you tell me this is all that's happened in this whole, like, it just didn't make sense and shit. I just really despise Harry Potter 3, The Prisoner of Azkaban. It's the most boring, and to me, it's the worst Harry Potter film. Unpopular opinion here. Number 5, my take on the Harry Potter franchise. Now, I'm going to get a lot of hate from Potter fans here, and Potterheads. To me, Harry Potter is the most overrated movie franchise of all time. I reckon this franchise is so hyped up and so overrated, it's not even funny. I mean, Goblet of Fire is decent. The rest of it, not really concerned about. Now, it may be just because I don't like him, but I thought you build up this big bad villain in Voldemort, and the way he went out was a bit like fucking Palpatine went out, and that was very underwhelming. You build him up, and he goes out like that, underwhelming. There's just so many things to the Harry Potter franchise that I kind of go, there's a lot of plot holes, there's a lot of inconsistencies, and there's things in this film that people hype up that I'm kind of like, well, is it really that good? Is Voldemort really, like, he's supposed to be this big bad villain? And don't even get me started with the fucking Horcrux, whatever it's called. So, like, there's so many things, like the venom from the snake can destroy one of them, but when Harry Potter gets it, doesn't destroy him. I mean, there's so many inconsistencies throughout Harry Potter. If some people can enlighten me on the inconsistencies, like, make sense of it, that'd be awesome. But to me, Harry Potter is the most overrated movie franchise of all time. Number 4, my take on Guardians Volume 2. I know this one, people love the Guardians. I love the first Guardians of the Galaxy, don't get me wrong, I love it. I absolutely love that and adore that film. The second one was the big letdown. And to me, some of the things that they tackled were really dark in this film. Like, really dark. Like, Ego killing his kids. We find out Star-Lord's got all these siblings that he's just been killing left, right, and center. The tone in this whole movie is inconsistent. 1 minute it's really dark and deep, and then all of a sudden, within a second, we're back to goofy funniness. Like, it was just all over the place, and they like underutilized characters throughout this film. Drax has one action scene in the whole movie, and that's it. What was the point of these characters? You should have just made a Star-Lord standalone film. That's all it is. And to me, I have this in the boat. I have this the third from the bottom. Third from the bottom in the MCU rankings. Most people don't. And this is why it's an unpopular opinion. So I'm probably going to get hate for it. I know some of my friends are big Guardians Volume 2 fans. But for me, unpopular opinion. Number 3. The Last Jedi is the worst Star Wars film ever made. To me, The Last Jedi is so far from what Star Wars really is. I don't even consider it a Star Wars film, basically. The only shining light in this movie is Kylo Ren. His arc is great. That's it. The rest of it, I don't give a two shits about. I don't. There is just agenda pushing throughout the middle with the whole casino thing that didn't need to be in there. Like, that whole plot line didn't even matter. Like, what was the point of that? It was just a way to get Finn onto the ship, and then they cuck Captain Phasma, who's supposed to be this great-ass warrior. I mean, there's just so many things. Don't even get me started on the Luke. I mean, to me, what they did to Luke was very disrespectful to the character and destroyed my childhood character in Luke Skywalker. Otherwise, I mean, come on. And again, Rey doesn't get trained and she's just a beast again. I mean, come on. Come on. The Knights of Ren weren't in it. Like, just... This, to me, was the least Star Wars movie ever made. My opinion, probably unpopular, and to me, it's the worst Star Wars film made. I mean, I'd even take Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace over this. At least they have a vision and they actually do something, even though they got bad dialogue and stuff. But, hey, I'd rather them than watch this agenda-pushing crap of Last Jedi. Number 2, my take on Man of Steel. You guys should all know now, by my live streams, by my channel, by the videos I've done, I actually love Man of Steel. I have Man of Steel's top 5 comic book of all time. I actually think Man of Steel is better than every MCU film. Most people I know disagree, and there's one particular person who I know heavily, and I mean heavily, disagrees with me, and he will be in the comments, and he will be talking crap about me liking Man of Steel, which is fine. We go back and forth all the time, but he will be banned from now on saying anything in the live stream, because we go on for too long talking this discussion. But you all know my take on Man of Steel, and to me, it is a massive unpopular opinion, because not many people think the same way that I do about Man of Steel. But number 1 is my take on Breaking Bad. I think this is the one that I've copped some pretty like a lot of backlash for. When I did my tier list, I remember there was a comment that was left that said he got 3 minutes into my video and couldn't watch anymore and gave me a dislike because I put Breaking Bad, I think it was in the good tier. I didn't have it in the great or god. And I know a lot of people love this TV show. Some of them say it's the best ever. To me, I gave it, what, 3 seasons? And I got bored. I felt like it was a chore. Too many whiny characters. And I just had to tap out. I was bored. I was like, this is a chore. It's uninteresting to me. It's whiny characters. And to me, I know I'm going to cop a lot of backlash for this take on Breaking Bad, as I have already. But to me, I just can't. I don't think Breaking Bad's like all that. I think it's overrated. I think people are just hyping it up, and I can't see what the hype is all about. Granted, I can see why some people would say it's great. I mean, there is great acting, and there is some form of a character development through Walt and Aaron Paul's character. But, I mean, I just couldn't get through those 3 seasons. It felt like I was actually, like, doing it as a job to watch it. And when I'm feeling like that, I'm just like, well, what's the point of me watching it? If it feels like it's a job for me to watch this, I'm bored, I'm not having fun, I need to tap out. I gave it 3 seasons. It's not like I watched 1 episode and went, nah, it's shit. I watched 3 seasons and tapped out. So, that's my most unpopular opinion, my take on Breaking Bad. So there you have it. That is my top 10 most unpopular opinions. If you have any more that you think that I missed, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear everyone's takes on my unpopular opinions. And don't forget to leave your most unpopular opinions that you think not many people are going to agree with. I'm very interested to hear that. So yeah, make sure you give us a like, subscribe, and see you guys next video. Peace out.